After 7 long years, the wait is finally over. Grimdawn, Fangs of Asterkarn is officially here, bringing us the biggest expansion in the game's history. With brand new maps, quests, classes, bosses, and gear, it honestly feels like a whole new game. Anyone who knows Grimdawn will tell you it's easily one of the best ARPGs ever made. Instead of chasing trends or copying other games, it delivers a totally unique experience. You don't have to worry about 4 seasonal resets, you just pick up where you left off, play completely offline, or jump online with friends whenever you want. Most ARPGs can feel overwhelming, but Grimdawn respects your time. You can combine different classes and experiment freely. And the best part is that no build will ever lock you out of beating the game. Simply put, there are no bad classes here. The world building is also incredible. As you explore, you'll find lore notes detailing the lives and struggles of the people in Cairn. And even if you don't read them, just picking them up hands you free experience points. As for loot, the variety is insane. Once you hit ultimate difficulty and start dropping legendary and set items, your build truly comes alive. The endgame was already rich, and with this new update, there's even more to dive into. In this playthrough, we are going to jump straight into the brand new Berserker class, test out its mechanics, and see how far we can push it. Wow, the user interface looks really different. Okay, so we need to create a class, but first let's go into the options. These are the options that I use, you can just copy them. I close camera shake because, it's kind of annoying, and I increased auto loot radius that you don't have to walk into those loots. Interface, that's totally up to you. Health bars, that's totally up to you. You can use the default settings like this, or you can use mines. The key bindings, I highly recommend customizing these depending on what you're comfortable with. And the most important part is the graphics. I just maxed out everything. This is not a too strong game, so that's why I'm going to use everything in max. If I feel like I'm having issues with FPS, that means I'm just going to drop them a little bit. Shadows are obviously consume a lot of FPS, so you can just, drop them into high or medium if you have issues. You can also close AA, or you can decrease the amount of reflections, particles, lightning, weather, whatsoever. I do not use vertical sync and triple buffering. If you have screen tearing issues, just open both of them, otherwise it is not that necessary. So let's just create our first hero and let's give a name. So I'm going to play the new class, so that's why I'm gonna name myself Grim Berserker. That's nice, that's be male. Do not choose hardcore, okay? Otherwise, if you die, your entire save will be deleted. This is only for those who really like to challenge themselves, okay? Now, as you can see, there are a bunch of difficulties. This is new, by the way. This is the first time that I'm seeing this. Once we finish in normal difficulty, we will jump into elite or ultimate. This is the difference between veteran and normal. More loot, but the monsters are also stronger and tankier, and it gives a slightly bonus experience. Honestly, if you ask me, playing on veteran is not that worth it unless you're looking for a little bit more challenge, because the amount of XP is not that important and the extra loot won't help you too much because the real loot drops during the ultimate mode, okay? Those legendary items, those set pieces, you will receive most of them in the ultimate difficulty. So that's why if this is your first time playing, you can totally play normal mode. And the beautiful part is that you can switch between these two modes anytime you want from in-game, okay? You don't have to recreate a character from scratch. I'm just going to choose veteran because I want to test the new class, like how strong it is. If I struggle too much, I can just, change it to normal. And we are ready to go. I'm just going to skip the cutscene. It's a really nice cutscene. So basically what happened is we were almost going to die because there is a spirit which is called an ethereal creature was inside of us. Now it left our body, so that means we are human again, and these guys are the survivors. So they need more people in order to survive against those zombies and ethereal creatures, whatsoever you wanna call. This guy doesn't trust us, his name's Jarvis. But we gotta prove ourselves to him. So this is our character. As you can see, I can zoom in, I can zoom out, I can even turn my screen like that. This is one of the tools that Grimdawn has compared to other ARPGs, which I really love it. So we can either play like this is the default camera, or you can just zoom out and see more information in your surroundings, in your environment. That's totally up to you. So if you don't know what to do, just follow these trials. It is going to lead you. If you go here, you will see that the bridge is just broken. We will come to this part later because right now we don't have enough materials, or iron bits to repair it. And by the way, another thing that I like about Grimdown is we have potions, okay? We have Tonic of Mandadink and Elixir of Spirit. This is for basically energy, and the reason why this is green instead of blue, because ethereals are green, and we had an ethereal thing inside of us, now it's left, but still we have some connection with it, so that's why it is green, okay? It's just something that's related to the storyline. So if you lose our health, we can just, you know, use this immediately, and it has a recharge time. So this is different than other ARPGs. You don't need to, you know, put your potions into 1, 2, 3, 4 and spam them over and over. You just need to wait for the cooldown, and that's it. I really like it. And also we have a dash ability, actually it's evade. We can use it at level 1 until the end of the game, which is really nice for roaming around, because we're gonna be slow. Now this also takes us to somewhere, but this is not important. Just ignore this part. There's another survival, which is going to give us the quest, but the main quest guy is this guy, John Bourbon. We are going to prove ourselves to him. This is the rift portal. You can open it, or you can just come here. As you can see, I opened it. So when I click here, this is the world map. As you can see, very huge, and this is the newest DLC. Anyways, we are right here. In time, we will go there. So when you click, it will take us to here freely. It's nice, isn't it? So this is the prison. This entire place is prison, and we cannot go inside because, again, we need to finish our first quest. If you turn your screen like that, you will see there's a note here. You can get it physically when you open this gate, okay? But if you don't want to wait it, there's a glitch. I click like that, as you can see, I just took it. So these notes are related to the story lore, and when you click them, you read them, and as you can see, you gain experience. So before we continue, I would like to put my left click to move to, and right click to weapon attack. We don't have too many items, but that's okay. We're gonna talk about everything else later. So let's just move on. There's a body on the floor. Let's see what we get. Crossbow, which isn't necessary. You can sell it later. Now, I am not going to kill these right now, because there's a place that I would like to show it to you. There's a hidden item, a two-handed item, that's going to help us to boost our damage in the early game. I think it was here. No, it's not here. It was somewhere here. Oops, excuse me. Right. There it is.
I can't do.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Okay, let me just right click. Now, as you can see, this is two-handed, and look at the damage. Oh, poison. Be careful about these assets. If you stay on them, you will lose HP. Right, we are level 2. Perfect. So let me just go here for our safe zone. So these are all the classes that you can pick. I played with some of them in the past, so that's why I'm going to pick this one. But let me just give you a small information about everything. The soldier is basically a class that can help you to improve your defense skills, and many soldier players use this ability, Force Wave. They unlock Tremor, they equip a two-handed weapon like this, and that's it. That becomes your main attack, and the rest of the things is just increasing your defense. You have Warcry for other reasons, you have Blitz to mobility, and that's pretty much. If you like to be a tank, melee class whatsoever, soldier is for you. Demolitionist is a fire class that deals fire damage, either ranged or melee, that's totally up to you. There are a bunch of skills that you can throw. You can decrease enemy resistance, etc. with Permanent Mine. There was a skill which is, yes, this one, Blackwater Cocktail. You can spam this and kill the enemies, etc. So basically this class is for fire damage. You can also change that fire type into something else, which I don't remember, but that's how this class works. And Occultist is either a melee or range class. These effects are really helpful for other classes also, It decreases so many resistances. As you can see, it can be chaos, vitality, poisons, whatsoever. And this is for healing. So generally Occultist is used for support, but again, you can also main it because it has strong sigils. And also it has some pets. If you are building a pet build, like you can summon Familiar, you can summon Hellhound, Bismeal, and so on. Nightblade. If you like dual blade, like in other games, you wanna use two swords, something like that, you can just, open this class and can deal pierce or cold damage. There are a bunch of cool abilities. Just like Bliss, there was also another mobility ability, but I just couldn't find it. You can use Phantasmal Blades in the early game to attack from range. Arcanists are basically mages, you can think like that. This ability is good for energy recharge if your class has energy issues. And also they have another support node, which is Shepherd of Protection. As you can see, it gives damage absorption, something like that. Shaman is also another class that you can play either melee or range. Most of the time people use Primal Strike as their main attack skill. You will see a zap of electricity between enemies, which means that it will deal AoE damage. You can summon Wind Devil. There will be a bunch of tornadoes around you and it will deal damage to other enemies. You can also summon creatures like Brighthorn, Primal Spirit, something like that. So it is also good for pet builds as well. Inquisitor is a dual wield range class. Okay, you can deal pierce damage, elemental damage, you name it, whatever you want. It has a bunch of unique skills and it is also used for supporting your main class. From time to time, you can summon a bunch of seals to help you, sustain you, or protect you whatsoever. Necromancer is the undead class. You can go melee and deal vitality damage, ether damage. You can summon skeletons. You can, bring out more creatures like fiends. Oathkeeper. Oathkeeper is the class that you play with sword and shield. There are a bunch of abilities that you can use for your favor. You can stun your enemies. You have righteous favor. The more you damage with your basic attack, the more damage you deal to your opponents. I had a build which is related to Eye of Reckoning. So basically this is a spin skill and that's all you do. You just hold your mouse and then you start spinning like Beyblade and then that's how you clear everything. And this class also deals fire damage and physical damage if I'm not mistaken. And also you can summon like Guardians and decrease the enemy resistances. This is the summary of these classes. But today we are going to play Berserker and I actually have no idea. I'm going to experiment with you guys, learn it from scratch, and we need at least 1 point in order to unlock these 3 skills. So this is how the skill tree works. You put a bunch of skills and the bar goes here 5, 10, 15, 12, and then that's how you will be able to upgrade these skills. Okay, so level 1 is mandatory. We have 2 more points. Let's see. Implements of War. This is a dual wield bonus. Oh, so we can play dual blade, like Nightblade, which is nice. Onslaught. When used as your default weapon attack, Onslaught generates stacks. The Werewolf skill. Okay, I'm going to pick this one. You will be able to turn into Werewolf. This is a new ability. Okay, let's test that. And when I click Escape and leave this area, we are officially playing Berserker. So let me just put it here, Werewolf, and let me click it. Wow. That's really amazing. Look at the size of me. I'm a big bad wolf. Now we have 2 skills. One of them is Barrel Claws. If you hold shift and click left click or hold it, you can just attack. Otherwise, you will just move around. Okay, this is AoE damage, right? Maximum targets are 2. That's okay. We deal main hand damage and piercing damage. That's nice. Grip and Tear. It deals piercing and bleed damage and knockdown. Okay, so let me just click it here. Oh, this is really great for the mobility and stunning your opponents. Because look, we are just going to click space and then we are just going to click this ability. It is really good for the early game. So let me just explain you a couple of stuff about these stats. So the skill says main hand damage. That means our weapon's damage right now is lightning damage, okay? It's not physical damage, as you can see. So when we come here, we can actually check how much damage we deal with our skill. For example, if I leave from the Werewolf, let's take a look one more time. See, weapon damage is 15 to 86. The weapon that we get is a lightning damage type weapon, okay? Right now, I have no idea how we should build our character, so that's why we are going to experiment it. I'm going to talk about damage types and resistances later.